In an era where there are so many superhero films, it is very important for me to remind everyone that The Dark Knight is still the greatest superhero film ever. Ever. It is still the greatest superhero film ever, and I'm going to tell you why. In The Dark Knight, it's not just about who's the most powerful. It's not about who has the most infinity stones, who's the fastest, who's the strongest. It's about who has the most accurate representation of reality and their ability to impose that on other people. And this brings us to the central conflict of the film. You have the Batman. On one hand, he believes in order, he believes in morality. And you have the Joker. Now, the Joker, he believes in amorality. He just reduces things down to not being right or wrong, but just actions. He believes in chaos. And the Joker is such a phenomenal villain that he forces the Batman into breaking his very own rules and doing things that, even by his own standards, he believes to be immoral just so he can stop the Joker. And this is what makes Heath Ledger's Joker so phenomenal. And let's talk about him. Heath Ledger gives perhaps the greatest performance ever caught on screen. That's over, or rather, that would be next to Daniel Day-Lewis's Daniel Plainview and There Will Be Blood. It's possibly the greatest performance I've ever seen in my life. Every time he comes on screen, he just makes you so curious about what he wants. Who is he? Where does he come from? As the film goes on, you start to see what his intentions are. In the end, he wants to prove that deep down, under the right circumstances, everyone is just like him. They will do anything immoral under the right circumstances. And Batman, this flies in the face of everything that he believes in. And so Batman is forced to compromise under the right circumstances just to stop the Joker. Heath Ledger's Joker is phenomenal. It's fantastic. And this all leads up to an ending, which I will still say is the greatest ending or rather, one of the greatest endings to a film I've ever seen in my life. And it's one of the top 5 films I've ever seen in my life. It ranks at number 4. If I'm ranking this film, I'm going by 3 standards. Number 1 is going to be the entertainment value. That's going to be on a spectrum. How many emotions does this film make me feel? Does it make me feel surprised, scared, excited? And the intensity of emotion. Does it grasp my attention? Number 2 is going to be the quality. The quality is going to be the script, the acting, the cinematography. It's going to be the costumes. All of the things that contribute to the believability of the film. The third is going to be the haunting factor. When we look at the haunting factor, we are looking at the cultural impact. How much does it challenge my beliefs? How much does it has me thinking about it after I've watched it? And I will say that The Dark Knight ranks very high in all 3 categories. On a scale of 1 stars to 5 stars, I would rank this film a very hard 4 stars, possibly giving it a soft 5 stars. It is fantastic. I would recommend to anyone to watch this. Thank you for joining me.